It's like such easy win for Trump. I know what time it is, man. My lighting. I hate being backlit like this, but I don't want to do cardio backwards. Trying to get in and get out of here, but it appears as though this is a easy win for Trump. They pretty much just gave him the win. Trump doesn't even need to try at this point up against Kamala Harris, now nominated candidate for the presidential seat. It's a done data. She doesn't stand a chance. No one likes her, including myself. I don't know what they was thinking with that. If they thought it was going to be a strategic move by playing off the emotions of those who would like to see a future utopia of being the first black female president of the United States. I'm pretty sure that's what they're playing off that type of narrative. But I don't think it's going to be effective and that it can work. So, yeah, it's going crazy in the background. I don't know who's in here. I got one viewer. Let's see if I can get this thing to turn on. But yeah, man, it's a done data, man. They might as well just hang it up. There's no need for a debate. Trump is going to take it. I honestly, truly believe that. Biden has been a joke these 3.5 years, and it's over, man. I don't even know why they were playing around trying to play it off, and it goes to show you how much the politics is so full of crap that they literally downplayed it and made it seem as though he's strong. There's nothing wrong with his speech. He could speak perfectly fine. All BS. Someone said Joe Biden just stepped down. They gave him a glass of milk for his stomach. Yeah, you know, he needs some milk, as that one meme would say. But it just goes to show you how much politics is so full of crap, man, that they knew that man couldn't run for presidency when he first was running. But yet they put on this front and this facade to make it seem as though he was well equipped to run for presidency, and we all know that he wasn't. Everybody can see it, but it just goes to show you how the masses of people are so gullible and they'll believe anything or what you tell them. And that's the damaging and sad part is that if there were more people who were more informed and wasn't so idiotic and dim-witted, our political system and the structure of how it's set up would change overnight as the masses of people would fight back for change, not be reliant on the government powers to dictate or orchestrate a manufactured reality that isn't real, but works like a charm. The same dim-witted fools who vote for the Democratic Party will kowtow to the whims and weakness of their emotions due to their lack of knowledge, of understanding of self, the system that we live in, because at the end of the day, the power lies in the people. Once upon a time, people were a lot more informed on their political structures, how their country was set up, and they were not willing to submit to any weak policy that was put into place. I mean, you allow your United States government to double and even triple tax your income, your uh, expenses, everywhere you look, property taxes, all of that would cease to exist if people were more informed on how the political structures work. But due to your own ignorance and you not creating your own reality and setting up shop for yourself, you get duped every single time. Joe Biden is a perfect example that he is a mere puppet that is being orchestrated by political pundits. And it's sad that you all allowed this old man in office simply because you didn't like the personality of an entrepreneur by the name of Donald Trump, but didn't pay attention to the policies that he's putting forth, didn't pay attention that the gas prices were significantly lower, didn't pay attention to the groceries. You were so entrenched with the emotionalism of how something made you feel versus the facts at hand. And it's sad. He said Obama is the puppet master. That is a facto because Obama was literally put into place to be a well articulate, elegant speaker to perfectly carry out the agenda that was completely opposite, that would be beneficial to the American populace. But because he was so smooth with the way that he spoke and the inflections of how he spoke and the emotion, and he was charming and he smiled and he was so well rehearsed and polished with the way that he spoke and so calculated that essentially made the masses of people be mesmerized by his deception because him as an individual did not do anything for the American populace. And he gave the agendas that are causing corruption today and perverse and all the other policies that don't help you go the opposite direction by using Obama as a puppet because nobody else would have been able to do it, and that's why they chose him. He was strategically put in place as a mere puppet, and you're talking to a person that used to have a tremendous amount of respect for President Barack Obama until I found out and did more research on his policies and the things that he did, which was absolutely nothing that was beneficial. Nothing that was beneficial to me. He gave all the agendas for people and a lifestyle that I don't support and I don't follow and I don't agree with. And quite frankly, Barack Obama is a simp. The person who is ultimately running the show is his wife. Barack Obama is not a real man. And all of you should be ashamed of yourselves who supported him and supported Joe Biden. And now you see. And I hope that at least a greater number will realize that these political people or politicians do not care about your individual well-being. And I hope that this will expose. I understand that it won't be for all, but at least a greater number of people that the Democratic Party has not done anything for you and can't do anything for you. And all of what they say is nothing more than a deception of lies, a web of lies at that. Because I understand they can't get to everybody, but at least get to a large amount to see. that if you really want to elevate your self-being and your status, you need to be part of the merchant class. And the merchant class just so happens to be on the side of the Republican class. Forget what anybody else told you. Somebody said, I like all Trump policies. Name one then. America First isn't a policy, by the way. I never said anything about America First. Name Trump great policies that stop rambling and pretending to be educated. Oh, I'm rambling? So, which part of what I said is rambling? Let's talk about the low unemployment rate amongst African Americans. Let's talk about how he pardoned numerous of people out of jail. Let's talk about how our economy was soaring in comparison to what it is now. Let's talk about the low gas prices. The gas price was at $1.69 or somewhere along those range before he did not make it into presidency a second term. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. You can look it up. That's what Google is for. I'm not Google. I'm KevX. So there's numerous accounts. It said government spending can pay to get jobs for everyone. But here's the thing. The government does not create jobs. Entrepreneurs and business owners do. Here we go with the excuses. The gas prices were cheap because of the pandemic, bro. Wrong. Because even when the pandemic first started and was on the verge of at its peak, and then you got to understand that even when Joe Biden was in office during the pandemic, in the midst of the pandemic, the gas prices went tremendously up. That had nothing to do with the pandemic being cheap. Stop these excuses, man. And he said the whole video aren't policies. Again, I stated the facts, which those facts resulted in a better economy than what you see today. It has nothing to do with the pandemic. It says don't give money to the government, spend it on job creating. He said before the pandemic started, gas was almost $4. Wasn't $4 here, and that's based off of what I saw. It didn't. We hit record highs with Joe Biden. We have never reached as high as what Joe Biden was during the pandemic. He said you're wrong. Barrels of oils went to the negative numbers in March 2020. Again, you're trying to negate from the fact that we were in a pandemic during Joe Biden's election or presidency, 2 years in the pandemic, mind you, and the gas prices rose to record highs that did not take place in the midst of the pandemic. This is socialist. You're trying to troll you, bro. And I think at this point, there's no point of even engaging him any further because he's trying to create red herrings and other distracting from the topic at hand that we have been in turmoil these past just about 4 years. And we have allowed a senior citizen that clearly has cognitive decline to run the country and allow our economy to be worse off than what it was in the beginning. And so, therefore, it's clear that Joe Biden knew he didn't stand a chance in this election. But all of you will find out when Trump wins this election and you see a dramatic change in difference from what it was from, Biden's election versus Trump's election, you will see a dramatic difference. And all of you will feel so stupid and duped and upset that you allowed this man in office. And I guarantee you, when Trump gets back in office, you will see and find out that you have been on the wrong side this entire time. Trust and believe. And that is the biggest fear of the Democratic Party, is to allow you to be educated and find out and do for yourself to create some type of entrepreneurship or marketplace for yourself, and to align yourselves with someone that is for limited government, that is for self-sustaining oneself and your ability to earn and truly live out the American dream. Then you'll come to know and have a come to Jesus moment that the Democratic Party is not the class that you should be voting for or aligning with. You'll find out. Watch. You're going to feel so stupid once Trump turns us around and makes the economy better. And everything that we experienced these last 4 years, you will see a dramatic difference. Just keep trying your right wing YouTuber grift or get a real job. I don't have anything to sell, bro. So I don't know what is there to grift about. I'm not selling anything on here. So, and that's what I'm saying, guys. It's sad that the American people cannot. And then he's talking to us, spreading these lies, talking about the economy has been doing well, but yet eggs are at an enormous record high. As soon as you go to the pump, as soon as you go to the grocery stores, he's talking about the economy is great. Sure thing. Drill, baby, drill. Trump will turn things around. Absolutely. I can bet everything in my bank account right now that Trump will turn this all around. And watch. Only time will tell. Time will tell, and you will find out dramatically that the American has been duped. Has been duped. He said the economy has been great for who exactly, right? Exactly. And so that's what I'm saying, guys. It's always been the case. The Democratic Party whole agenda is to keep you poor so that you can be dependent on them and create systems around that feed their pockets. They are not here to help the little guy or the middle class or the poor. They're here to fill their own pockets up. Once you understand that and you come to the realization of that, you will no longer support the Democratic Party. Once you come to the knowing of knowledge that the Democratic Party do not have your best interests at hand, you will then understand how our American system works, and you'll do for yourself. You do that, you will be perfectly fine. He said, want $100? So I just want to leave that with y'all. I got to get back to this cardio session. And Trump 2025, boy, baby, we in there. Trump, Biden is down. Trump is in. We up. We up. Forget what you heard. Recognize what you see. I'm your boy KevX. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see some more content like this. And I'll talk to y'all in the next.